Bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video.
Mr. Chuck, that surely people do know that if you're going to be investigating accounts sometimes and investigating transactions, it's something that often takes several years. So on the one hand, we're hearing the commission criticize for the length of time it's taken, and then on the other hand, we're hearing people saying, how you never done.
So exactly, Dion. They have an MOU with the FID from 2021. They could easily have asked the FIU instead of some international experts to assist them with the investigation. But they wait until they submit the report to send it to the FID, and the FID is like to continue investigation right up to after the general election. Is that fair to the government and the Jamaica Labour Party that you should be asking the FID to investigate something that could have been done before you table the report? To me, it doesn't make sense, and that is why we don't support the matter going to the FID. That could take, as you're quite right to say, years before it comes to a conclusion. And in fact, suppose the FID, did they give the FID a timeline that we asked you within a month or 3 months to report? And if the FID did, in fact, come back and report within 3 months, then there's nothing there. Is it going to ask the FBI and the Interpol to do further investigation? I mean, this to my mind, we have provided the IC with enough resources to do all your investigation. And it seems to me, and I'm very, very, very concerned that with all the money we have provided the IC to do its investigation, it sends a report to Parliament that is incomplete.
Two
I'm
things.
very disappointed.
Two things, though, because tell me, though, what you think. I mean, we know that, for instance, you were one of the people who had been expressing concern about the fact that the investigations, which we had heard were taking place into illicit enrichment, that they hadn't been concluded. You had said the Integrity Commission needs to say something to the public, that you were on the streets. And let me finish. You were on the street, you said at one point, and people calling to you and asking you about this thing. Tell me, what do you think would have happened if these investigations had continued with whichever agencies, for another 2 years, maybe, with absolutely nothing. Let me finish the question so you know what you're responding to. With absolutely nothing said to the public, how would you and others, you think, have reacted?
Well, first of all, I think it's wrong, egregiously wrong, that the annual report should be indicating that persons are under investigation. Do your investigation and reports. That is what the IT should do. And that is the very reason why you have Section 53. You can't be doing an investigation and telling people you're investigating, and at the end of the day, there's nothing in it. First of all, they were wrong last year and this year to indicate that anyone is being investigated. Having done so, people like me will be asking, well, what is the end result? What is the latest on your investigation? So you will understand that they're going wrong in many directions.
Though, because you're saying, and I think I heard the Legal Affairs Minister saying it as well, that they do have resources to do their work. We have heard, though, concerns coming from the Commission in the past in relation to its resources, and we certainly saw in this report the director point to limited resources in terms of being able to go further with the investigation.
With due respect, everything they've asked the Minister of Finance for, they've got. To the best of my knowledge, they were getting $1 billion and $1.4 billion. Don't hold me to the exact figure, but I'm sure it is in excess of $1.5 billion that they have available to them. It is alleged that they spent over $30 million to employ this international expert. I don't know who paid it. Is it from the resources, or they got another foreign government to pay for this international expert? In all sincerity, whatever they need, because I can tell you the government of Andrew Holness, with Minister of Finance, we want the IT to succeed. And we provide them with all the resources that they need, because we want to cut out corruption in this country. But we need to do it professionally, fairly, and without bias.
But
That's
when, well, we're going to be talking to the chairman of a representative from the Jamaica Umbrella Groups of Churches in a moment. They issued a statement a short while ago calling for Parliament to ensure that the Integrity Commission is fully supported in its collaborative processes with any other agencies.
They're not a question of fully supported. It is within their mandate. When we pass the law, they could collaborate. And if you look at the report at the very beginning, they collaborate with TAJ, with all the agencies. And they have the MOU in 2021 with the FID. They could have collaborated with the FID. And by the way, they have the power. They have the power to. They ask every financial institution, every department of government for information about parliamentarians and civil servants.
All right, and the groups of churches are also calling on parliamentarians, they said, to urgently sign the leadership code of conduct on which the integrity.
There's no need for that.
Why?
Because we have signed code of conduct before. Before you know it, you want to sign 12 code of conduct.
But if the Integrity Commission has asked for signature, why would you not?
No, because we have other codes of conduct which we have already signed from the very beginning.
But that doesn't negate signing another one.
No. I mean, as far as we're concerned, signing the code of conduct is neither here nor there when we have already committed to the integrity in public life. And we've signed that we got assigned or appointed as members of the cabinet. We signed those documents. I mean, to have something that the IT provides is neither here nor there. I can tell you what is important, beyond our dear listeners. When there's corruption, it must be exposed. And don't send out information about people corrupt. If you think people corrupt, demonstrate it.
All right. Final question for you then, because one of the things you said is that, the government wants the commission, the Integrity Commission, to succeed, right? But at the same time, we have various government members who are casting all kinds of aspersions at the commissioners, including comments I heard in the committee yesterday, even suggesting or raising the question as whether there's corruption in the commission itself. Do all of these kinds of comments not go to, in fact, undermine the commission?
Well, you will appreciate that members must be concerned that the IT is being compromised. I pointed it out at the very beginning. I'm not saying it is the commissioners, I'm not saying it is the directors, but it is clear that the opposition has had information about what is going on in terms of what is going to send to Parliament and when.
Or they could also been blowing smoke, though.
I mean, how could
which politicians do?
Right. How could they even contemplate that? So you will understand that we feel that information is being leaked from the commission.
So that's the justification for the kind of comments being made about the commissioners? Well, you don't think those are really unfortunate? Sorry, say that again?
It is corrupt.
But you don't know that it's happening. So
I'm not saying, but I put a question saying that if it is happening, then the commissioners and the director of investigation must find out who in that office is leaking information elsewhere.
Are we going to hear who from Parliament leaked information?
Well, if I knew who, I would tell you. I don't know.
But you're directing all your fire in one direction.
No, but I don't know who leaked it. Fine. I can say it should never be leaked.
Secondly, throughout the report, the Director of Investigations has indicated that he is unable to come to a conclusion on the second issue. And the second issue relates to illicit enrichment because there is information related to the declarant's expenses which he has not received. And because he's not in receipt of that, and because he does not have the resources or authority to go further, he has made a recommendation in the interest of concluding the matter. And this is the important thing. In the interest of concluding the matter, he is making a recommendation for a referral. Now, I do believe it is a fair question to ask of the Integrity Commission whether they engaged FID before the report was tabled or not. I don't know. But I certainly know it is within their right to make that referral. The law facilitates them. And I certainly believe it is in the interest of a country to have finality on a matter. and not have the matter remain outstanding for it to be referred so that you can have a conclusion. And that is the basis on which the motion that I have moved today is, in my view, something which will bring closure to the matter one way or another in the interest of the declarant.